Rick's 5 memberships went to Brady Strong, Smitty PA, JC Medina, Bill Clinton 69, Professor Piff, all receiving a gifted membership from Rick.
Shut up. Let's go.
You don't think Bill Clinton 69 is his actual name?
I mean, it's a way of life, that's for sure.
Just ask Lou B about that one. My God. Here's a question I have for you, Nick. You and I were talking off air. You seem to be expecting a lot from Will McDonald and Bailey right away. You think they could be an elite pass rushing duo in year one together here?
I really do. And like I said earlier, when you look at McDonald and you looked at the Pittsburgh, the Cleveland, Cincinnati games, those were games we were in it late. Those were games where the offensive linemen are getting worn down. And Will McDonald was at his best. Now, we were so awful at football for the first 3 quarters, he didn't get a chance week to week to be impactful late in the game. We were so blown out of so many games, he didn't have that opportunity where the other team had to throw in the pocket late in the game. So, and now you take the number 2 overall pick, the first defensive player drafted. And when you're looking at guys who have been drafted up in the top 2 or 3, you're looking at Bosa, you're looking at Garrett, you're looking at Von Miller was up there, Will Anderson was up there. You're looking at guys who are 15 plus a year and in defensive player of the year type of discussions. So the pairing of these two, along with the run defense being better with Sweat, who is going to be my MVP. You know how much I've been screaming to have a big fatty in the middle of this defense for many years. I hated that about the Saleh ideology. I didn't like that we had undersized guys at every position. And we saw when the other team wanted to run the ball at will, they could. Now, when you have Sweat and you add Jackson and you add Animata and you add these guys who are very good and DeMario Davis in the middle, we're going to be very good up the middle. So you want to funnel that outside where you have your speed, where Sherwood can track, where McDonald and Bailey can break off and get away from the tackles and track things down. You're going to be in better positions to rush the passer. And if you're getting 3rd and 6 and longer time and time again with Bailey and McDonald, I think this could be really fun to watch these two race to the quarterback. You know, if it's 3rd and 3, they're going to be neutralized. And Will McDonald was neutralized a lot. But Will's been impactful when he's had opportunities to be impactful late in the game. It's our job as an offense and then the rest of the team to give him those opportunities. And now you're adding Bailey. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if these two combine for 20 sacks this year. I'm going big on it. I'm going Kerry Rhodes level there. Between McDonald and Bailey, yeah, I think they both.
McDonald had 8 last year. How many do you see him having this year then?
He got 8, and we were irrelevant in 3 quarters of 10 games. So I think
four
he
came in 1 game though, and like the beginning of the year, there were some close games, and he was quiet.
I think that both of them. I mean, I'm looking at either one of them between 8 and 12, right? Like 8 and 12. One of them is a little better than the other.
This defense should be pretty good. If you're telling me you're going to have 20 sacks on those 2 guys.
Why can't one of them get 12 and the other one get 8? They're both top 15 draft picks. That's the numbers they should be getting on a team that's middle of the pack.
McDonald could be a double-digit sack guy. That's not crazy. Bailey, I mean, there's a reason why his sack number is set around 6 right now, 6.5. You know, Myles Garrett had 7 sacks as a rookie. I'd take that from Bailey with the arrow pointed up. We feel like by the end of the year.
I just think that the Jets are going to be in tight games week after week, and that will allow us to have more pass rushing opportunities than we've had in recent memory. You know, our numbers get neutralized because teams start running the ball and throwing screens midway through the second quarter because it's 24-3. So when you're looking at competitive football and the game goes on and there's more pass rushing opportunities, and dare I say we're playing with a lead late in the game, these are the moments you see it. Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Pitt. Those are the 3 games that the other team had to do something late, and McDonald made impact. Give him more opportunities to make impact and watch what this guy does.
Man, oh, man.
Dare I say that they're the dream team? Awesome shirt, by the way. I was in 8th grade in 92, and I had that shirt. I was just graduating 8th grade that summer. I had that exact shirt That is fantastic, Jake.
I appreciate you. I hope McDonald and Bailey are like Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing on the dream team together. All right. All right, Asmaniacs, listen up for a second. No matter what you're watching, whether it's New York sports or any game you didn't plan on caring about, there's no better way to stay locked in than with PrizePicks. It's daily fantasy made simple. You're just picking more or less on player projections. That's it. No complicated lineups, no nonsense. Just you versus the numbers. And here's why I love it. Even if it's a game you normally wouldn't care about, once you got a lineup going, you're locked in. Every play matters, every drive matters, every at-bat matters. I've been mixing sports too. Maybe a little football, throwing some baseball, maybe some basketball, and now you've got action across the board all night, and PrizePicks makes it even better with features like early cash outs if your picks are hitting, the ability to mix multiple sports in one lineup, and you can even see what other people are playing and tail their picks. So if you haven't tried it yet, what are you doing? Download the PrizePicks app right now. Use code HMA. That's HMA, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, it's HMA on PrizePicks. PrizePicks, where it always feels good to be right. All right, Mr. Optimist.
What's up, brother?
I need the Jet record for the first 4 games.
2-2. We win Tennessee, and then we take one of the next 3. We're 2-2 after 4.
They better be at least 2-2. Can't be.
You're going at least, so you sound more optimistic than me.
No, I'm just saying if we're gonna have a season, like they have to find a way to win week 1, and then it's not impossible to think they could win one of the next 3. You lose week 1, why would I think that you're not starting 0-4?
Yeah, I think the Tennessee game we take, and then like I said, if you take one of the next 3, but to tell me if we're going to have a season, it's how did the 2 losses look there, right? Like if we go 2-2, if you're getting cooked in 2 of those games, right? If Detroit's putting 45 on you and they're moving up and down the field at will, and then Chicago does the same thing, all right, it might be ugly. But if you're playing, say you lose those 2 games, one's 27-24. Okay, they hit a late field goal. You're playing with a playoff team from last year. You go to Chicago the next week, you lose 30-24. You know, you're in these games. It's telling me that we're going to have something here, and it's trending in the right direction. If you're getting blown out, it's going to be, oh, shit, here we go again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Doc in the house with a super chat. He's in the raffle for 2, of course. It's okay to dream playouts, but all 5 have to happen. 1, mostly everyone stays healthy. 2, AG and staff can coach. 3, hit on all the rookie picks. 4, special teams wins 2 to 3 games. 5, Geno performs at his best. I would add this for the special teams note. It doesn't cost them any games. Like last year, special teams won them games. It needs to be a reason that they don't lose any games. I can't expect the Jets special teams to be as dominant as they were last year because they were historically great. I'm sure they'll be good. I worry about kicker, though. I wanted Nick Folk back. They didn't keep him. It's the only real gripe I have with Muji's offseason moves. I would have paid Nick Folk and made sure he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, the Gibson fumble on having the ball in the wrong hand in the Steeler game changed that entire game, you know, and that gave us all. It's amazing that we had that horrible moment with specials, and then they went on to be one of the greatest special teams in recent memory. So, yeah, you know, I've been very vocal about Banjo. Banjo's done a tremendous job. He had one of the greatest special team groups in recent memory. But the final notch on his belt that he needs, go find a kicker, develop a kicker, and get a long-term kicker here. You know, like we're always searching, you know, the bottom of the barrel to bring a guy in that other teams don't want. Go get it, find a guy and develop him, and get a guy who can. All these young kids now are kicking 65-yarders like it's nothing, and they're hitting the net, for crying out loud, doing it. Go get a guy with a great leg, teach him his mechanics, and get a reliable kicker. That's the last thing he has to do. He got rid of Morstead. Fans went nuts. He found an upgrade. You know, do the same thing at kicker. We questioned it last year with punter. See what he can do here with kicker. That's his biggest question mark and only question mark, really.
You're not wrong. As far as Geno goes, I need Geno to be top 18 quarterback in the league. Is that him at his best, or was he better than that in Seattle? He probably had one of those years he was better than that. I need him to be like what he was his last year in Seattle, and they still won 10 games.
Yeah.
If you wanted them to be a playoff team, I'm talking about specifically.
Yeah. Statistically, there will be weeks Gino's a top 10 passer. And then there'll be weeks he's 20 to 32. Like, let's be real about that. Like, there will be weeks where the offense is clicking. And it's not just on Gino. We have guys who are going to be able to catch and run from all levels of the field. It's not going to be him just having to put that weight on his shoulders. He can throw a 5-yard out, and we could turn it up and make an explosive play out of it. So there's going to be opportunities on these guys to make plays. And when you have so many weapons, it's going to be fun to watch. And you just get the ball out on time, and the design and the scheme should be made so that you can catch and run. How much have we wanted to see Garrett Wilson 15, 20 yards downfield, catch the ball, make a move, juke the safety, and take it the distance? We saw it maybe once or twice. He's usually catching in traffic, having to do a spectacular catch. How about just hitting them in rhythm? We haven't really seen that. So the ball coming out on time with the speed that we have with all of our weapons, there's going to be weeks where we're looking at each other like, I've never seen an offense like this in recent memory.
This man is next. Where'd Kyle go? There he is. Hello, Kyle.
How are you, fellas?
What's up, sir?
So I think Kerry Rhodes, they say he's gone Hollywood. He's gone, Hollywood. I don't know what he's thinking. 10 wins, that's out of control. I don't see it. Maybe if things broke that way, they could get to 8 or 9, I think. But, I guess stranger things have happened. I think the reasons for optimism is the infusion of young offensive talent. I think that maybe Glenn's desperation might be another reason for some optimism, right? Like he's going to be controlling the defense. If he has a vision for it, and he thinks that they can be multiple, but based on the players that they brought in, they should be better. They certainly can't be any worse. And then the offensive line is both a reason for optimism, and to what Nick was saying before, the depth is a little bit of a concern. So, and I think, Jake, your point about the kicking is well taken. I think you were a little too quick to poo-poo the whole LeBron thing. I don't think he's coming, but like if he had interest and they had interest, they should make that work, because it really that's what you see good teams do, right? Like that's what you see the Lakers do when they're going to repeat. They bring in like a McAdoo or a Spencer Haywood, or the Celtics bring in a Bill Walton. They bring guys that had been veterans where they had been the guy on other teams, and they become a bench piece that can be useful. And he wouldn't necessarily be that. He would probably
That's what I'm saying. Like, I worry about the chemistry disruption. It becomes all about LeBron at that point. And like, what makes the Knicks special is like they were the true definition of a team. Like, and any given night, yes, Brunson's the superstar, but he's a very different kind of superstar in how he plays and his backstory. Like, they're the ultimate team. And I don't want to mess with the chemistry when I think what made this Knicks team so special is how tight-knit and close they were, and how they just went through the wars the last few years, and it culminated with what they just did.
Yeah, I mean, it would really enable them to go small if they wanted to. But, I mean, if he's only playing, 27, 28, 29 minutes per game, and he's going to spend time at the 3 and the 4, I mean, then Josh Hart really becomes your guy off the bench, your spark plug off the bench. I mean, I don't think you poo-poo it, is all I'm going to say.
So many Knicks fans will, though. Like, I'm saying that tongue in cheek before, but so Many Knicks fans who were burned by him not choosing with the decision will hate that he chose them now after they won. It'll be very volatile.
To me, you can't do that. You got to leave that in the rearview mirror because it's about the now and it's about the window. And I think he would help. He might help within the window if he bought in. Is all I'm saying. Ideally, they're probably going to add. I mean, realistically, they're probably going to add just another big to be in the rotation. But and hopefully they'll be able to get somebody who's quality. It might not be the guy that brings the quality that Mitch did, but hopefully he'll be able to stay a little bit healthier and maybe he'll be able to grow into something. Guys, enjoy the 4th. I'm fired up. It's going to be a good time. There's going to be rides later. It's going to be a band later. And
you're going outside?
I'm going outside. I've been inside at this desk in this 8x10 office for too long. It's time for Kyle to spread his wings, and I plan on doing so.
Your skin's going to be fired up after about 20 minutes out there.
How many are you putting down?
Hot dogs, chicken sausages, steak, whatever's available, burgers. I'm going over to my brother and sister-in-law's later, and I probably have a little bit of it all.
Enjoy.
I appreciate.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate your time, guys.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.